Episode 13 introduces Ince Zangwill, and we're going to deep dive into his character today and give you guys some background and some secrets about him.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I think we should kind of go into his personality first. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's a great start.
Yeah, because so far, what we read is that Ince is kind of a very ambitious person, and he has the ability to betray all his friends and those around him. So he's very cautious, very scheming, very secretive, and sets traps and works behind the scenes.
Yeah, I think he's going to be the definitive villain for season 2.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he's going to be a villain a little bit for quite some time.
Yeah.
Because the way I see it is there's Ince, and then there's whoever actually resurrected Klein. Because I used to think they were both the same person, right? But apparently, after episode 13, it's a separate thing because Ince didn't even know it was happening, and he was upset about it.
Oh, okay, you mean the original resurrection.
Exactly.
I thought you meant the secondary at the end of the season.
No, well, possibly that too.
Like,
I mean,
what happened there?
Both times, I guess. I don't think Klein's resurrecting himself. Right?
I don't think so either.
Yeah, there's something going on there, and it's not Ince, obviously. So he's limited to what he can do at that point, even what he can see, because there's a lot of things happening with Klein, even he doesn't know.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's see how it goes. I mean, what else do we know about Ince?
Well, we also know that he has an evil spirit that
Really?
resides in his body. Apparently, he's possessed by some other spirit. I think it's like an off and on type of thing.
Yeah, we didn't get so much screen time with him to give us too much of a breakdown.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he just came out. He's kind of like looking at Klein. He's like pathetic as he lays on the floor. He's like, what a loser.
And what a way to introduce him, man. Because I honestly thought like he was there to save him, but I guess I should have seen the foreshadowing when he walked down the stairs and the candle went out. I think that was kind of like foreshadowing there to show us that, hey, like he's actually a bad guy.
Yeah, I didn't know. I thought it was just someone from the church like coming to help them at first.
I mean, they did ask for backup.
Yeah, exactly. So they kind of like, I mean, they did a few things in episode 13, like the lighter and how Ince's, introduction was. I think to try to throw us off and try to trick us a bit. I mean, whoever wrote 13 was spot on.
Yeah, it was an amazing episode and a great way to end the season. And just breaking down furthermore, the scene as he's being introduced in this final moments of the episode. Wasn't it shocking when he striked Klein's heart right out of his chest?
Absolutely. Yeah, I didn't see that one coming. I thought he was friends. He, like we said, he was backup. And all of a sudden, Klein's like standing there. He's like, yes, it's finally over. I guess he's still kind of like sad, overdone.
Yeah.
All
I saw it too.
Blood in the eyes, everything. And then boom, hand right through the chest.
It was a crazy moment and also a real good twist.
Oh, yeah. And that scene made some really good thumbnails for YouTube because, like, everyone had, like, the Ince pulling his heart out thumbnail.
All right, well, before we continue, if you want to advance to a sequence 4 Beyonder, make sure to click that subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications.
Yeah, I honestly don't even think he had to kill Klein. I think he was just upset with him. Like, he was just so angry. He's like, bro, you got in my way so many times.
Definitely for foiling his plans over and over a few times.
Yeah. That's the energy I felt, right?
Oh, well, we saw it when he actually was writing in the book, right, with the quill, and he striked like 8 times different lines because Klein was basically turning things around on him on the fly.
Yeah, he was messing up his plans. He's like, bro, what is this guy? Like, I'm tired of this dude. Like, let me write a new plan.
And the fact that he resurrected out of nowhere, which was not originally part of the plans either. So he was just like, what the heck is going on?
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine that? Like, you're writing a plan for, like, the end of the world, and, like, the people you try to kill just keep coming back to life with no explanation? Like, what?
That's a head scratcher right there.
Yeah, you would think by then he would have, like, been like, oh, let me take care of this myself. Like, this isn't working out.
Yeah, I would have thought that too, but I wonder why he didn't actually, right? That's a good point. Like, maybe he just didn't want to be involved because it could blow his cover.
Yeah, I mean, apparently he's the archbishop of the Church of the Evernight. So he's like, he has a high position, so he didn't want to blow his cover, I guess, until it was worth it, which was once he got his hands on the ashes.
Yeah, and specifically with Dunn doing the ritual.
Yeah, because, I mean, he's not it's a whole world of Beyond there, so I would think he's probably not the only one with, like, high strength and abilities.
Yeah.
So someone else out there can challenge him, probably the Red Gloves.
I mean, if you actually think about it, this is the reason why he didn't come up sooner, because I think there was a couple of points in the season that they said because of Isaac, whatever was there was at bay. Whatever presence was around was at bay. because Isaac was a sequence 4.
Yeah, you're right. He did take advantage of Isaac not being there,
Exactly.
which was kind of like one of the biggest plot holes in 13, right? Everybody was wondering, where's Isaac? Then at the end, he shows up, I guess, for
Yeah.
Klein's funeral. But it was all part of Ince's plan anyways. He's like, I'm going to keep this guy on my level away.
Yeah.
That's a smart one. I didn't think of that. So yeah, in this episode, I really liked the whole clicking kind of story scene. You know,
Yeah,
what is kind of like
countdown.
the countdown. Yeah. That was really cool, honestly. It was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, this is getting interesting.
It added an extra layer of suspense and
Yes.
tension to the whole thing.
And at first, I didn't really understand who was talking. Like, I was wondering, is it the book? Is it the quill? Is it Ince? And then as the voice keeps going, you realize that it starts talking like this weird way where Ince was a separate entity from it.
Yeah, I noticed that too, and that's what made me wonder at the same time. At one point, I really did think it was the book.
Me too.
But then it did mention that the book, like it talked about the book in third person. It didn't say me or, I. So it made me think it couldn't be the book. And what else was locked behind the Channis gate?
Yeah, exactly.
Quill.
The quill, yeah. I was thinking the same thing at some point. I was like, is it the quill? Is it the book? I'm pretty sure a lot of people at home were struggling with that as well. Let me know in the comments if you got confused just as much as I did. So, yeah, I mean, after I kind of like put that puzzle together, you see the quill writing. It's kind of like going over the plan and how it was locked behind the gate. And I guess it's kind of let it free.
Yeah, and I wonder how the quill was formed. They never gave us a whole breakdown, but we know that all the artifacts themselves belong to Beyonders at one point.
There was an episode where they explained it, but if you know at home and you're watching this, please leave it in the comments. But I think the artifacts are created from dead Beyonders.
Exactly, yeah.
They're like something they leave behind.
Something to leave behind, because I remember when old man Neil died, he left his eyes, and they collected his eyes.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder what those eyes do. I didn't even notice that. That's a good one. But something I also picked up in this whole scene, the backstory telling, is that the one true God was also gunning for Ince's plan as well. I guess he was kind of like involved in trying to get his own way.
Based on the countdown scene and all the untelling of the story, we found out that the one true God knew about the plan in a way. Like he saw the coincidences, kind of like how Klein saw them, but Klein couldn't still piece them together. But the one true God, being a God, obviously knew ahead of, like, it was a plan that somebody was spiraling up.
Yeah.
And he just played into it because at the end of the day, he was tired of being locked down. He wanted to be free.
Yeah, I thought that was cool because now we have two villains. We have Ince. We have the one true God, and apparently Levinus is still running around.
Levinus is still running around, and he ran off to the other town too.
Yeah, so, and I guess the one true God was trying to take advantage of Ince's plan, trying to get his way through it.
Yeah, he probably was hoping that he could foil the plan, like be birthed quick enough into the earth, and then beat Ince's plan or whoever was trying to orchestrate the whole plan from the beginning. Because he didn't know it was Ince. He just knew he was being orchestrated as a pawn in a grand plan. But he went with it anyways because, why not?
Yeah, that is true. And then another detail I noticed too is Dunn, right? In that whole speech, there was a mention that they kind of stopped Dunn from digesting his potion completely.
Right. I noticed that too. And it made me wonder what would happen then if they didn't, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking the same. Like, would he have survived? Would the plan actually work? Perhaps stopping his digestion kind of threw him off, made him a little crazy, so that way Ince can influence him better to get the ashes.
That's how I perceived it as well, and I think that's really the way that they were trying to tell the story.
Because I remember Dunn was going to take a different artifact. It was like some voice in his head or something like that changed his mind.
Yeah, and if I recall, I think he kind of like winced over and like went like that, and then he was like, "Okay, give me the Selena ashes."
Okay, yeah. He threw off his mind by stopping his digestion of the potion.
Definitely. Unfortunately, man. So close.
I know. So close, but so far.
Yeah. What a master storytelling, man. They really did.
I really would have preferred that it didn't end that way, though. I would have preferred us kind of having more clues of who Ince was instead of like just dropping everything on episode 13 like that. Just because like it was such a short time frame for them to explain like everything, Yeah,
I see what you're saying. I mean, they glossed over a lot of it pretty quickly too, but I mean, it gave us the gist of it.
Yeah, exactly. But this is Lord of Mysteries. Hopefully season 2 is a lot better with the pacing because that whole dialogue scene was a lot of information in a short time span that you really had to pay attention to and watch it. Probably like, I mean, we had to watch it 3 times to understand it.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it 3 times as well.
Yeah, to catch all the small details, which I do not like. I don't want to watch something 3 times. So they better fix this.
Let's see. Hopefully with the extra funding they receive, because it's pretty much a big hit now at this point.
I've been hearing some rumors that they're going to switch platforms.
Oh, really? They're moving out of Crunchyroll?
Supposedly. That's what I've been hearing, rumors.
Oh, maybe a Netflix deal, hopefully.
Yeah, Netflix. Do you know Tencent owns them?
No, I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't know. Oh, I was wondering where all the money's coming from. Apparently, they're owned by Tencent, which is huge in China.
Yeah, no, Tencent's humongous.
Yeah, so they've been funding the whole project.
So one thing I'm still kind of puzzled by is what was the goal of consuming the ashes for Ince? It advanced him, but it didn't make sense the way they advanced him because it's not his same pathway, right?
No, it's not. I'm still confused in that too because apparently he was a death pathway, sequence 5, gatekeeper, and he moved on to sequence 4, night watcher, which is like half human, half god apparently. And I'm wondering, is that something that happens all the time? If you guys know at home, please drop it in the comments.
Yeah, because I mean, to our knowledge in the beginning, Dunn even said that once you set on a sequence, you cannot move.
That's what I thought.
Very strange.
Maybe it's a Saint Selena's ashes secret or something like that.
Yeah.
First of all, who is Saint Selena? It's a good question, right?
There's so many questions.
Like, who is this person?
It definitely was a ritual of some sort, right? That's why he had to have Dunn do this the way he had to do it with his heart.
You know, it's probably a woman. He had to give his heart to her. It's definitely a woman, right? I mean, I Selena, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense now.
And like, I mean, there was a reason why he had to be done, right? Because of the characteristics that he consumed from all the other people. So there must have been like
Some type of requirement, power requirement.
some type of requirement to even allow the sequence swap to happen. But again, it's just some more mysteries. Please let us know in the comments, because how is this possible? Is it more than possible for other people?
Yeah, it's a good question, right? Like, cause I don't think many people probably caught that line, but I caught it. I was like, wait, did he just switch pathways? Did he just go like a whole different way?
Yeah, and I honestly doubted you at first, and I looked it up, and you were right, because I looked up his original pathway.
Yeah.
Which was, what was it, the Night Watcher?
Death pathway, gatekeeper.
Death pathway.
Yeah.
And I saw that where he was at, and then I saw him, like I did see that sequence 4 was on the other pathway, on the grid, on the wiki. So yeah, it definitely is right. He switched pathways, and they're not even in the same kind of like trio, because each pathway sits within like a trio of the same gods they follow. Yeah. He went to a whole nother level.
And I think that pathway was the same one Dunn was in. So maybe there's some sort of connection on the one he switched to because it was Dunn's heart in the box, perhaps, right?
Maybe that's part of the requirement.
Could be possible. He like swapped souls almost. Like, I don't know. It's a mystery. Good question, though. Good question. So after the scene with the talking quill, we get to Leonard in the hospital. And that's when the nurse, I guess, comes in and tells him that, you know, they're hunting Ince, or they know who he is. And I guess the Red Gloves are hunting him. And then Leonard's like, oh, like, I want to join in on this.
Right.
I thought it was an interesting scene, and it kind of tells us, like, what happens next.
Think so?
Yeah, because I think Leonard is obviously going to level up. He's going to get further in the church. He's going to probably join the Red Gloves. Klein's going to be doing his own thing as Sherlock Holmes on the side, like in the shadows.
Yeah.
But then Leonard's probably going to become like pretty higher up within in the Nighthawk Society, you know?
Yeah, okay, I could see that planning out for sure. I could also see possibly next season some type of confrontation or cross between Leonard and Klein, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they're definitely going to cross paths again.
And it's going to be some questions there for Leonard, like, what the heck?
Yeah, like, what happened? Why are you here? How'd you come back?
Hopefully
Klein knows more than what he knows now, because he's kind of always kind of slow. Wow. All right, season 1 was amazing.
Phenomenal.
And it's been quite a journey.
Long one.
We appreciate you all at home, and we can't wait for the next season. Episode 13 was phenomenal. It really gave us everything we needed, and we all feel at peace. So hopefully we see you again. Please leave your comments. Take care.